All right, so we're now ready to export out two different clips from the project that we've animated. So you should have 48 frames that you've drawn. Now, it may be that when you exported out your project, it wasn't quite 48, it was 47 or something. Now, mine came in at uh, at 49. So I have to make a little adjustment here. I want to make sure that I'm not exporting out anything more than I need. So I'm going to make sure this red marker gets dragged to frame 49. I'll know if I've gone too far if I close this up and it shortens up and it eats up some of the work that I've done. So I'll pull this out to 48. So that should put exactly the project 48. So that should export out what we need. So we're going to do it just like we normally do. So what the first shot is going to be a long shot, the full figure of the animation. You've created all 48 frames and colored them, and you've created a original background, hopefully much more interesting than mine is. And we're now going to export that out. By the way, we've turned off the visibility of the dance footage. We don't want that on. And I've turned off the light here for the light table. All right, I'm going to go export, slide over to movie. We always keep the MP4. I'm going to navigate over to the folder that I want to put it in. And in this case, I'll be putting it in my dance folder, my Rotoscope dance folder, and navigate to that. And I'm going to be changing the name here to dance, and I'm going to put LS for long shot, that's from head to toe, and then I'm going to put raw because I want to make sure I don't accidentally turn this in as the project. This lets me know it's just something I'm going to import into iMovie. All right, so I'll put that in there, and let's see, I'll put that in my Rotoscope dance folder now. And then I'll just click OK, and it will make the file. All right, that's done. Now we're ready to go on to the next step, which is getting a shot that is just going to be a medium shot. So how do we do that? We're going to need to add a camera. So I'm going to go to the plus sign, which is normally where we would add a drawing layer. So I'm going to add camera instead of drawing layer. Add camera. And the next thing that I need to do is I need to add a peg. A peg allows me to add the ability to control the points on this, and so I'll add that. So I'm going to go to peg. Now watch what happens. It's going to say cannot add peg in this display mode. Change to display all mode. Where is that? All right, so I'm going to click OK. And this is where it is. It's rather hidden. So we're going to go up to the Scene pull-down menu, and I'm going to go over to Default Display, and I'm going to slide over to Display All. All right, so now I can go to the plus sign, and I can add peg. So now I have this peg that I can add to. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to click this thing right here, which is transform. I'm going to transform this this camera layer, and I need to add a keyframe on the peg. So I'm going to select the peg layer, and to add a keyframe, I can do a right click on it and insert keyframe. So right click, insert keyframe. Notice what that's done now is it's given me these little markers that I can adjust. So this is to adjust the camera. So now, notice what I'm doing. I'm clicking on that and I'm dragging. And I click, hold, and drag so that I can get in a closer shot. So I can grab this, the edge of this, this is the camera, and I can pull it up, and you can see it's allowing me to move the position of the dancer. All right, I can kind of figure out where I want that to be. You know, so if I want it a little bit farther away, I could pull this back. If I want it closer, I could pull it in. All right, so something like that. You know, I don't want to have too much headroom, but I also want to make sure that I am, you know, that I kind of check this and make sure that the dancer's arms and legs don't, you know, the arms don't fly out of the frame. We want to keep them in the frame. So, you know, you can always slide this around left or right by just grabbing the bar and moving left or right. Okay, so now that I have that shot, I'm going to go File, Export, Movie, and I'm going to click Browse, and I'm going to change this from LS to MS, and save that, and then click OK. All right, so now I have two different clips that I'm going to turn in. And what's going to be different about this is that I'm going to want you to not put any music or any credits on this. So when we open up iMovie, we'll start a new project. Our last one, dance. All right, so I'm going to create a new project here, and I'll import the footage. So I'll click the down arrow,